right, welcome to the channel, you guys. So Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley, they at it again, criticizing today's NBA players. Now, I know some of you guys are big fans of Chuck and Shaq. Now, I like Shaq, but Chuck, But these two act like they never took a day off in their NBA careers. Their latest target is Joel Embiid, criticizing him for not playing in a game. Charles Barkley said NBA players are not steel workers. I don't believe Charles Barkley has ever worked a real job in his life. I could be wrong, but I don't believe so. And I'm not saying today's players shouldn't be criticized. That's not what I'm saying. Let's understand this. Every generation complains about the generation before them. It happens all the time. But here's the difference with these two. Both of these guys were the laziest NBA superstars ever to step on the court. If I'm lying, I'm dying. They act like they gave it their all and left everything on the court when they played. The hypocrisy is just too good to be true. Let's start with Shaq. Don't get me wrong. He was a force of nature when he actually tried. But the man's career might as well have been sponsored by BME, Bare Minimum Enterprises, because he dominated when he gave his all and won 4 championships. When he put in effort, you guys know that, when he put in effort, he was unstoppable. But he should have had more championships. But he only dominated, if you really think about it, throughout his whole career, he really only dominated for 4 years. And it was an awesome 4 years. And those other years, yes, he was great. He wasn't at the top of his game. Throughout his career, he was good to great. But he should have been outstanding at least for 10 years. And everybody knows, it's documented that Shaq treated the offseason like it was extended spring break. Forget about coming to training camp in shape. He never came to training camp in shape. He thought working out was lifting another slice of pizza. He self-admitted he didn't get serious until midway through the season. Imagine if he actually worked out during the offseason, how unstoppable he could have been. Instead, Shaq cruised on God-given talent and, well, a whole bunch of cheeseburgers. He was more worried about what type of rims he was going to put on his truck, what time the club opened, what time the club closed. That's what he was thinking about. And then there's Charles Barkley, good old Chuck.
At Auburn, he was a star, yes, for his skills, but also for his heroic appetite. He embraced his nickname, the round mound of rebound.
He showed up to training camp like he was ready to compete for a hot dog eating contest, not an NBA game. He made a whole career out of being talented, out of shape. And don't get me wrong, he was a beast, even overweight. He dominated. But it was like he had an agreement with the league. If y'all let me eat and party how I like, I'll show up when I'm good and ready to play. And if you think about it, Barkley, he really was only in shape for 2 years of his entire career when he first got to Phoenix. And we seen what happened. He went to the finals when he finally got in shape. But now, these two dudes, the two laziest superstars ever, who gonna argue that? Give me some other superstars that was lazy as these two. And now they want to act like they were the gatekeepers of the NBA toughness and working hard, criticizing Embiid for missing games. Did they forget Embiid was injured in college? That's why his draft stock dropped. And a lot of this load management is management's decision because they're trying to extend the career of the players. Who knows why a lot of these players get hurt today? The game is more athletic today because it's less big men. You don't get a lot of breaks like you used to. Barkley used to spend 5 minutes backing the defender down. You know how much rest players were getting when he was doing that? It is basketball. It's a fun sport to play. It's the only sports where even after these players retire, they will still be playing at the YMCA. You don't see no NFL comparative 3-on-3 league, do you? No, once NFL players retire, they're done. They will never put the cleats on again. So let's stop acting like these NBA players just don't want to play. It's basketball. Like I said, I'm not saying these players don't deserve criticism, but from these two, come on. And people will say it's their job. I get it, but we all know during their careers, they were not in the best shape. And somehow Shaq and Chuck think all these players should be playing every single game, even when they're injured. Like somehow they played all the time. They was in the best shape of their careers. I mean, at some point, we could bring up some pictures of both of these dudes. Shaq act like he was in the best shape. I mean, he treated the gym like it was a buffet. And for most of Barkley's career, he was never in tip-top shape. All he was doing all the time was running his mouth. If both of these dudes would have worked out all the time, took it seriously, took it real serious like Kobe, we might be looking at the two greatest players ever. But no, they both were lazy, period. These two coasted on talent and spent their offseason treating their bodies like junkyards. I mean, these two should take a long, hard look and look in the mirror when it comes to talking about other players that don't work hard, don't want to play, do not want to reach their potential. These are the two poster boys for laziness. And they act like they were Iron Man. They act like they was AC Green, Cal Ripken Jr. Now think about it. If any two superstars know anything about not reaching their full potential, it's these two, Shaq and Chuck. All right, and that's it for this video. I just want to say that, get my 2 cents in, and until the next video, take care.